what I've told you actually makes sense, and what you want to know about it, I will actually leave under the heading, so you can read what it does. It does everything. A loop records. It only loops on every 30 to 5 or 15 or anything else. But most, 3-minute loops is good enough. It'll take up to a 32 gig card. Actually, you'd think they'd send these out with an 8 gig card. Wouldn't cost them next to nothing. With all the fake cards, SD cards being sold. But hopefully, for a rear view camera, perfect. Front view camera, no good whatsoever. They drop off the screen. I'm going to leave it all under the heading and the listing. I want to get you people out there that do want to buy a camera. Don't buy this one for your front screen. Good for a back screen, no good for the front. I'm only telling the truth, it doesn't work on the front screen. Not for me. But it works perfectly on the back. I'm giving you an honest review, and that's how I look at it, and that's how I'd like people to be with me. Be honest. Which a lot of manufacturers aren't. And they don't like you being truthful with them. But I'm being truthful. Front screen, no good. Back screen, perfect. See, I've just you'll see what I mean about the wire. That's a beautiful plug. Them are what was supposed to be sent with the 118. They are a beautiful fitting, beautiful cable. As you can see, I've just put it on the jump charger. I haven't took the stickers off yet, but you see, as soon as you turn it on, it starts charging the battery. Which I think is a bit silly really, because the battery should come partly charged like I've told them before. So you can actually set it up without having to get in the car, because you have no way of knowing whether this camera would work. You get some faulty cameras, and it's not a good thing that you fit this in your car, because you do get people who will just run the wiring and think, oh, there's nothing wrong with the camera, and find out the camera doesn't work. Then you've got to rip all the wiring back out. You've used unfolded the wiring, which Nextbase don't like, because even though you do it, they don't like it because they think, oh, it's been damaged. They don't realise the only way to test it when the battery's flat is by having a battery pack, or you sit in your car and turn your ignition on. Well, that's mimicking sitting in a car using the 12-volt socket off the jump charger to light up that camera and charge the battery. There's little things you need to look at, because people do forget. They send out faulty items. They do send out faulty items, and it is one hell of a game when you fitted everything up and you found out you've got a faulty camera. I've had it happen to me, so I'm being honest and I'm being truthful with you. The amount of times I've actually fitted the cable and then gone to stick the camera on to find out the item's faulty. You ring up, or you ring the seller up, you turn around. Like me, I bought one from Curry's. That's where I had the other one from, Curry's. No, sorry, HAlfords I had the other one from. Took it back to HAlfords. What a game I had trying to get the camera exchanged. This one worked perfectly. So you've got to be careful, because manufacturers and the sellers, once you start undoing these, or you undo the cables, they say, oh well, it's been mistreated, it's been in the car because you take your stickers off. Well, I don't take the stickers off. I leave the stickers on till I know everything's working. Then I take the stickers off. I'll run it with the stickers on for at least 5 to 6 hours, if not longer, to make sure they run and they keep cycling. And then I'll put it onto the computer and play them back to see how long it has run for, and that it's actually gone through the hours that I've left it running. So all the time matches up, because some of these will actually not match up at all. They'll miss time out. So be careful, take them and test them, run them for a while to make sure they're actually loop recording and they are actually doing the segments, they're not missing out segments, because that segment that it misses out could be the one where you had a bump or somebody's bumped into you. And that's the most important thing you need to be looking at. So before you fit them, test them, run them for a day, you know, run them like this. And if you can't run it like this, sit in your car. Every time you go to your car, just sit it in your car, have it playing. Try it for a week before you actually fit it in your car, just to make sure that it's fully functional. But remember to stick your SD card in, so at least you know it's recorded. Take your card out, put it into a card reader, bang it into your computer, check everything that's there, and check all the times. You know, and make sure all the dates line up, everything. It's buyers beware with every item you're buying, so, you know, that's the way to go. Do the same as the manufacturers. You test it out, the same as they tell you it's working, you test it. Same as I never did the review from the headphones Rad sent me, or the high point microphone. But at the moment I'm just going to do this one on the camera, because now it's Christmas. A lot of women will be buying cameras for the husband or the boyfriend. So, you know, this is mainly directed for women. With a battery, not so good, because I'll tell you what, when these batteries get hot and start to expand, that's why I go for capacitor ones. Battery ones, as long as it's a minimal battery, but these lithium ion batteries do not like heat, they do not like constant heat, whereas a capacitor charges up, discharges. The battery, the lithium ion batteries do not. And a lot of people don't realise that. They think, oh, it's ideal because it's got a battery. It's not a good idea with a battery. Your car pumps out of a lot of heat, especially if you've got children. You don't want ones with batteries. Go for a capacitor every time.